everyone, we are group 2 and we are going to talk about English morphemes. For the first explanation, I will explain the definition. A morpheme is the smallest linguistic unit that carries meaning. In other words, a morpheme is a combination of sound and meaning that cannot be divided any further. According to Fromkin and Rothman, a morpheme can be sound, one syllable, or even more than one syllable. So, here are some examples. The word boy consists of only one morpheme. The word books consists of two morphemes, book and the suffix as. The verb under development has three morphemes. Under development. The longer the word, usually the more morphemes it has. Now, let's take a look at the classification. In general, morphemes are divided into two free morphemes and bound morphemes. 1. Free morphemes are morphemes that can stand alone as words. Example, house, red, right. Free morphemes are divided into two types. So, one contain words which carry well meaning as noun, verbs, adjective, and adverbs. Function words which serve grammatical purposes such as articles, pronouns, preposition, and conjunctions. 2. Bound morphemes are morphemes that cannot stand alone and must attach to other morphemes. Example, as, in, this. Bound morphemes are also divided into two types. Derivational affixes, which change the meaning or the word class. Example, happy, happiness. Inflectional affixes, which only change the form of a word without changing its word class. Example, book, books, play, played. To make it clear, let's try some exercise from the practice words. 1. Compassionately consists of compassion plus aid plus lead. So, three morphemes. Number 2. Chronologically consists of chrono plus log, equal, lead. So, four morphemes. Number 3. Underdeveloped consists of under plus develop plus ed, so three morphemes. That's a short explanation about morphemes, along with some example. For the next explanation, it will be continued by my friend.
Hello guys, I'm excited to share with you one of the most powerful tools in English, which are the prefixes. By the end of this video, you will understand how just a tiny addition to the front of a word can completely change a meaning. First things first, what exactly is a prefix? So, a prefix is a small group of letters that you attach to the beginning of certain words to change its meaning. For example, take the word happy. If I add the prefix "un" to it, I get unhappy, which means I'm not happy. It's like flipping a switch from positive to negative. Pretty cool, right? So let me show you some of the most common prefixes and what they do. So first we have the no theme like on, non, this, in, ill, and ear. For example, unhappy means not happy. Non-living means not living. Distrust means not to trust. Indirect means not direct. Second, we have time travelers. Pre means before. For example, pre-war means before a war. Post means after. For example, post-war, after a war. To make it easier to remember, I'll give you guys a simple tips. So, pre is like a preview. You see it before the object. For example, movie. Post is like a post on social media. It comes after you write it. Third, we have the opinion group. Anti means opposing. For example, anti-war means opposing war. Pro means favoring. For example, pro-war means favoring war. Fourth, we have location and amount. Inter means between. For example, interstate means between states. Hyper means excessive. For example, hyperactive means excessively active. Semi means partly. For example, semi-public means partly public. Fifth, we have the problem solvers. Mal means bad. For example, malnutrition is a bad nutrition. Miss means incorrect. For example, misspell means to spell incorrectly. Pseudo means false. For example, pseudoscience is false science. Re means again. Rewrite means to write again. Actually, if we recall our activities throughout our lives, we can understand that prefixes are not just academic concepts, but are something that we use almost every day. For instance, when you unlock your phone, replay a song, or maybe disagree with someone, you are using prefixes. So, they are almost everywhere. Alright, that's it from my explanation. Thank you so much for watching.
Hello everyone, I'm Nabila Dwi Permatasari, so I will explain about an infix. But let me ask you something. Have you ever heard someone say abso-freaking-lutely instead of absolutely? Or unbloody-believable instead of unbelievable? Well, those extra little words in the middle are called infixes. So, what is an infix? An infix is an affix that goes inside a word. If a prefix goes at the beginning and a suffix goes at the end, an infix is special because it is put in the middle. In English, infixes are rare. They are not used in formal grammar. But in everyday speech, people use them to show emotion or emphasis. Let me give you several examples of infixes. Okay, so the first one we have absolutely becomes abso-freaking-lutely. The second one, unbelievable, becomes unbloody believable. The third one, fantastic, becomes fan-freaking-tastic. The next one, guarantee, becomes guarantee. And then the last one, impossible, becomes infriggin' possible. Notice that the meaning stays the same, but the word sounds stronger and more expressive. So we can conclude that an infix goes inside a word. And also, English infixes are not formal, but used for emphasis. And also, the common ones are freaking, bloody, damn, and also friggin'. So they make our speech sound more emotional and fun. Okay, that's all about infixes in English. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the examples.
I will explain about suffixes. A suffix is a group of letters that we add to the end of a word. This changes its meaning or how it works in a sentence. There are two main types of suffixes. First, derivational suffixes and inflectional suffixes. Derivational suffixes. These suffixes make a new word with different meaning or even a different word class. For example, teach becomes teacher, which changes from a verb to a noun. Happy becomes happiness, which changes from an adjective to a noun. And beauty becomes beautiful, which changes from a noun to an adjective. The second one is inflectional suffixes. These suffixes don't create a new word. Instead, they change the form of the same word, such as tense, plural, or comparison. For example, cat becomes cats to show plural. Walk becomes walk to show past tense. Tall becomes taller for comparison and tallest for superlative. So, inflectional suffixes adjust the word but don't change its basic meaning. Now, let's take a look to some common suffixes in English. The first one is noun suffixes. As in teacher, which means a person who teaches. Ness, as in happiness, which means the state of being happy. And shin, as in information, which means the act, process, or result. Next is adjective suffixes. Full, as in hopeful, which means full of hope. Last, as in hopeless, which means without hope. Os, as in dangerous, which means full of danger. Next, verb suffixes. Ice, as in modernize, which means to make modern. And, as in strengthen, which means to make strong. And the last one is adverb suffixes. Li, as in quickly, which means in a quick way.
Hello everyone, I will explain about circumfixes in morphology. A circumfix is a special affix made of two parts. One goes at the beginning of a word and the other goes at the end at the same time, because both parts must appear together. It is also called a discontinuous morpheme. In English, there are no true circumfixes, but in Chickasaw, a Native American language, we can find them. Chickasaw uses the circumfix ik or o to make negative. To form it, the final vowel of the word is drop, and then ik goes in front and o goes at the end. For example, first, chokma. It means he is good. With the circumfix, it becomes ikchokmo, means he isn't good. Second, lakna. Lakna means is it yellow? With the circumfix, it becomes iklakno. It means it isn't yellow. Third, tiwi. Tiwi means he opens it. With the circumfix, it becomes iktiwo. It means he doesn't open it. So a circumfix is like wrapping a word with meaning from both sides at once. Thank you. That's all from me.